Yeah.
Oh, that was a smart idea.
Okay. I got to sit down for this.
Request or what? The piano man.
Okay, so if you weren't at the January meeting, I talked about keyboard to keyboard modes. I said I would do a demo at Winter Field Day, and obviously that didn't happen. So here we go. So this is VARA chat. It's very busy. Might be a little hard to see. So
Speak up. Please.
okay, how about now?
Yeah.
All right. So you'll start just with the call sign, location, some setup on your station, an email for QSL cards, and then there's some automated chat features so you can fill in your age, what you do, your other hobbies. Save and exit. That'll pop up the first time you run the program. Then you'll need to do rig control. I'm doing rig control through FL rig because I can leave that running and then just tell each program to look at FL rig. Makes it a little bit easier. You'll set up the push-to-talk configuration. They make it really easy. Just click FL rig for frequency control. Test the push-to-talk, which I'm not going to do yet, but let me make sure the audio's up. Okay. There's also a boatload of other settings in here for logging and to tell it where VARA is. It opens VARA automatically if it's in the default location, but if you have it somewhere else. And then just a bunch of other settings on the CQ and the beacons and reporting for DX clusters. If you're mobile, you can set up GPS. There's some IMCOM features that streamline it when there's an emergency. There's a new feature called an email gateway where it'll do store and forward. There's another feature for an AI gateway, so you set that up. You can talk to AI if you want to do that for some reason over radio. Bulletin board system, cluster. If you, yeah.
What program is this?
VARA chat.
VARA chat.
VARAC. So the C stands for VARA chat.
Okay.
So, and there's, if you want to learn more, they have a learning management system. You can get a certificate, and then you can get a little badge next to your call sign if you finished the academy. And then back up your settings. So it's got your main frequencies in the top left drop down. Figure 20 meters is going to be decent this time of day. Most of the activity is either on 20 or 40, and then, but it's got a frequency picked out for almost every band, and then 2 for the higher bands, 6 meters, 2 meters, and 70 centimeters based on FM or single sideband. So I'm sending beacons. Next one's going to send in about a minute, so I'll go over some of these other windows, and then we'll try to do a QSO. VARA has 2 bandwidths. One's 500, one's 2300. You'll do your signaling in 500, and then you can move up to 2300 if you need to send a file or something like that. But most of the time, you can do most of what you need on this app with 500. Here are beacons that you've seen or your own. So gives you a call sign and the signal to noise ratio, and then these are those badges I was talking about. So he's got the star, he's a VARA-C master. He's also got an AI gateway and a bulletin board system. This guy's got all of the above and an email gateway, so you can reach those. Here's CQ calls, so someone sent out a CQ message. And then we'll just kill 15 seconds here. I hope you can hear it. Earlier it was coming through, so. So that was supposed to come through the TV, but so we'll call CQ. Where'd it go? Call CQ. So if you click call CQ, there's different slots going both up and down from the center frequency. You'll call on the center frequency and then you'll move to whichever slot you picked, and whoever answers your CQ call is going to move there automatically. So you can select one and then do a slot sniffer, make sure nobody else is on it. Doesn't sound like it. And we'll call.
Sounds like my wife's email notification.
So now we're on slot 2, and we just wait for someone to answer. I had a webcam set up, because this is running on my radio at home. So I had a webcam set up, and it was working when I left, and then it stopped working. I don't know why.
Murphy.
Yep. Yeah, Murphy killed my 3D printer, too. All right. Maybe it's too late in the evening. I'll go tune this thing. Okay. Call CQ. One thing I had trouble with is I had to have the gain set really low. Otherwise, it thought it was busy and it wouldn't send call CQ.
Got a question. What's your radio that you're using at home?
It's a 991 AC.
Are you running that at your home or here?
It's at home. And then I VNC'd into my desktop.
So what are some of the other things that you might be able to do with VARAC?
You can check into WinLink Wednesday. It's mainly just for chatting one-on-one with another person, but if someone's running the email gateway, you can send your WinLink Wednesday message through them. Say if you, for whatever reason, couldn't get across on WinLink.
You mentioned about the packages and everything, and you can send back and forth with frequencies.
What's that?
You mentioned on the other frequency of the 500 and the
2300.
2300.
Yeah.
What kind of packages would you send, or what kind of information?
I haven't actually done it. I've seen it where you can transfer files, but you know, just you don't want to hog the airband for 20 minutes to send one picture. So either a small picture or a text document.
What's the baud rate?
It doesn't really have a baud rate, but it's just going off the bandwidth. VARA changes its signal based on the signal to noise ratio, so it's adaptive. Here's that send file option. We got to be connected to send a file. So, well, nobody wants to talk to us. Hopefully JSA calls a little bit busier.
What are the computer requirements to be able to do that? Do you have to have Windows 11? Do you have to have special equipment? Or
No, it's pretty minimal.
What was the question?
Question was, what are the computer requirements? So I know JS8 call comes out on Mac, Windows, Linux, has pretty minimal overhead. VARAC, I think, is Windows and Linux. Well, actually, it wouldn't be Linux because you can't run VARA on Linux. So, okay, so JS8 call. So, fairly similar. First time you set up, it's going to ask you for call sign, grid square. All this is default. I changed a few of these. I changed distance to miles, and I think I check for software updates. Networking and auto reply, the defaults are fine first time you use it. Use an FL rig again, so just pick FL rig from the drop down for radio. Audio, you point it to your radio in the sound card settings. And then all this, you can just leave it as is until you get acquainted. It's got its own list of frequencies as well for every band. In case you don't remember, JS8 call was adapted from FT8, so it uses that, initially used that 15-second interval for transmissions, and then he found a way to speed it up. So there's slow, normal, fast, and turbo. The default is fast, and if you're the first time you open it, it'll be in fast and it'll decode the other modes, and I think it switches automatically. Yeah, enable simultaneous decoding of all speeds, and then you can enable the heartbeat network, acknowledgements, and auto replies. So down here is where you enable heartbeats. I have it set to heartbeat every 60 minutes. We'll send one now. And just like FT8, your computer time has to be very accurate because it relies on those intervals to instead of forward error correction. So we got 3 acknowledgements on that one. Got a +3, a +1, and a -1. -1's down in Mexico, so that's cool. Let's call CQ. So it's a weeknight. Most people aren't too busy on these modes on a weeknight, but we can try. JS8 call has QSO parties every second Saturday. I think they start at 10 a.m. Eastern and go all day. And then in your waterfall, they try to keep the heartbeat below 1,000. This is using audio frequency shift keying, so that's the audio tone below 1,000, and then so it doesn't crowd the rest of it, which is reserved for CQ. So that's the yellow and green bars here along the waterfall. More controls down here. So I just clicked on the waterfall to do my offset, but you can also manually adjust it here. You could move it to 1500 just like that, and then you could enable filters if, say, you see somebody heartbeat all the time, you have a reliable pathway to them, you don't want to see them in your messages, you can filter them out. You can adjust the display, so if for some reason you wanted to go below 500, here we go. Oh, he's sending a heartbeat. So, and then if you didn't have access to the internet and your time was off and you didn't have GPS either, you can automatically adjust the timing of your computer based off of the signals that you received. So that's done by going to timing here and start automatic time drift. I checked mine earlier at time.is, so should be pretty good. Call CQ one more time. Well, we'll try 40. Listen for a second. Somebody's sending a heartbeat, or that could be a key, so see what they're up to. Yeah, so here's a conversation going on. Well, nobody's out there, so unfortunately that's the end of that.
Would this be a good time to switch over and take a quick break
Yep.
before we talk about 3D printing?
Yep.
Fantastic.
So we'll
All right.
do 5 minutes.
Any questions on Adam about keyboard to keyboard and VARAC?
Are you using a USB sound card?
The 991 has a sound card built in.
Have any preferences on like terminal USB sound card or anything like that?
I like it. It works fine.
All right. We'll take a, anybody have any, I know we've got one person that would like to make an announcement to the club real quick. We'll take a quick break and then we'll come back around, and Adam has got some great information on 3D printing. If you'd like to come up front and make your announcement.
I'm going to steal the microphone for a second. Oops, sorry for the howl.
All right, that's a great intro.
Thank you, Joe. Absolutely.
Thank you, Joe, and thank you, members of my favorite club. When we have the thing, the Free Fest and everything, it's more fun. I enjoy it. I go spend a lot of money. But I've got some radio stations. I'm George Flynn. We got Flynn Broadcasting, and we are looking for radio engineers that still understand RF, that still understand AM. We've got some FM stations, but we're looking for engineers to help full-time, part-time, but we'd love to have you. If you want to do something and have a lot of fun with some high-power RF equipment, here I am, and I'll be glad to entertain anything you'd like to do, because it's a lot of fun. I've been in it for years now. You know, Pat Lane and I kind of grew up in radio together, and So I've been in a long time, and I decided to go into it where it's one-way transmission, not two-way. Anyway, it's a lot of fun, and I hope you'll consider joining us and doing full-time or part-time. And I know who I've got to pay my dues to. He's right there. Thank you very much. Have a good break here.
Thank you, we appreciate that, thank you much. Thank you, George. All right, we'll take a quick 5 to 6 minute break, and then we'll circle back around for 3D printing.